Hey everybody, Vader Saber 1984 coming to you. Normally I would follow that up with my old handle because we have to change it. It was the man without a fan, but now I have like 9 or 10. So now it's going to be that drunk guy and his bullshit opinions. I don't know. Just try it out. The only reason I say that is because the only time I ever sit down and do one of these videos is when I've had something to drink. And when I do it sober, I'm usually pretty angry. So we're going to change it over to... We're going to change it over to that drunk guy and his bullshit opinions. Not that they matter, because it's just an opinion. So, here we go. Grab you a beer. Grab you a smoke. I think I need to grab one myself. Grab yourself a shot of whiskey. Hold on your butts, your boobs, or your schlongs. Because here we go. Today is going to be something completely different from what I normally do. Totally different. Today we are doing wrestling. Ooh. Watch everybody not watch this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a grab bag right down here. And in my grab bag is my childhood toys, figurines, dolls, if you're an asshole. But in this bag, I have, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, maybe some of my favorites, not all of my favorites, but we'll just see what I pull out, and I'll just give a brief kind of idea what I like, what was awesome about them, and go from there. How's that sound? Alright, here we go. Okay, so here we go. The first reach into the bag of old toys. What am I going to grab? Not looking. Oh, look who it is. It is Kevin Nash. Alright, Kevin Nash, Big Sexy, also known as Oz, also known as Diesel. Let's see. Big Kev. You know, if I had the right angle right here, we could have the picture. Big Kev. Okay, so I first saw Kevin Nash in WCW back in the late 80s, early 90s as Oz. But I really saw him a lot in WWF as Diesel, as the bodyguard to Shawn Michaels. And he looked really, really awesome. Really big, really scary. And he got a good push. But he had the quickest title run, I think, in WWF heavyweight title running. When he went to WCW, started the NWO, he was a groundbreaker. I mean, he really made it believable that, hey, it was an invasion, and that's a force to be reckoned with. Had the chance to meet him a couple of times here in my state of Texas. Missed out 3 times. One was a personal interview because my stepdad didn't let me know. But then again, we didn't have cell phones then. But Kevin Nash, honestly, the jackknife powerbomb, awesome. You know, Snake Eyes, that's where Kevin Nash was a great mind for the business. Never took bumps. Never took bumps. He was very limited in his moves, but he was great on the stick, great personality, and really good mind for the business. So, for Kevin Nash, you're an innovator. You have a great finish. If I could actually meet you and hang out with you, I could say my opinion of you is that you're personally an asshole, but I can't. Other than the fact that I can say that my ex-mother-in-law dated you, and you're an asshole. Well, she said you were a great guy, but I'm still going to call you an asshole because, you know, whatever. All right, next in the bin. Let's see. All right, okay. Ooh, what do we got here? Oh, my damn. He's so old, he doesn't even stretch his legs out all the way. That right there is... Fuck edit. Okay. Okay. I guess there it goes. All right. My bad. So this right here is Hulk Hogan. Hollywood NWO Hulk Hogan. All right. Anyways, these toys are freaking probably older than anybody that'll ever watch this. Hulk Hogan. Oh my God. You can't beat the icon that is Hulk Hogan when it comes to wrestling. He is the man when it comes to booking and being that icon. He really is. Was he a good wrestler? Hell to the no. And here's my opinion. He sucks as a wrestler. He is a personality. He's a gimmick. But, I mean, Jesus Christ. The guy was a hippie turned bodybuilder, musician, trying to get into the business, and still, honestly, probably had maybe three wrestling moves, actual wrestling moves, in his entire bag of tricks. It was either the big boot, the leg drop, the finger poke of doom, which isn't even a wrestling move. But I mean, hey, respect for, you know, the hairline. At least you have enough balls to get extensions. Brother. Other than that, you did a great thing with the NWO. You are a life taker and a heartbreaker when it comes to professional wrestling, but you are not a wrestler. So, moving on. And I am a wrestling fan, not a gimmick fan. All right, what do we got next? We're going to keep this. Bam Bigelow, the Beast from the East. One of my favorite big men in the entire industry. Bam Bigelow, New Jersey. Gotta give him a lot of credit, man. The Beast from the East was one of those guys that you hear nothing but great things about as a person. You know, God rest his soul. Bam, you know, when you first saw him back in the day, you're like, God, that guy, really? And then you saw what he could do, and you're, wow. He always put people over. He really did. As a big guy, to go off the top, do a moonsault, his power bombs, his power slams, his ring work was really, really good. He was actually a wrestler, not just a gimmick. So, Bam Bigelow, God rest your soul. I give you a high five because, mofo, you were a good wrestler. God rest your soul. All right, what do we got next in the bag? Okay, what do we got? Oh, damn it. All right. This one's so old, I had to glue his leg together back in the day, so I don't know if he's going to hold up. Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah, you messing with the Macho Man Randy Savage. Macho Man was not a good wrestler in my book. He was a great personality. He was a great guy on the stick. He had a great gimmick. He was flashy. He was out there. He had the valet of Miss Elizabeth. He was that guy that you were like, man, for a little guy, he's really full of it. He's really big. He's coming at you out of the screen. And, you know, honestly, the flying elbow, he had probably one of the best. He really did. Other than that, he really, I mean, yeah, he did the pile driver a long time ago. But he really didn't have a good move set for me personally, because I love wrestlers. I like gimmicks. I respect gimmicks. But honestly, you know, you weren't a good wrestler to me. God rest your soul. Even though I loved Gorgeous George back in the WCW days, because she was hot. However, moving on. All right. Next up, in the bag. All right. Rob Van Dam. And I know we just went totally bendies. And not Smash 'em Brothers. All right, he's not going to stay up. So, Rob Van Dam. I'm going to have to say the absolute best when it comes into in-ring awe. That guy had it. He had the moves. He had the singlet. He had everything you wanted to be as a wrestler. He was shit on the mic. Absolute dog shit on the mic. Probably because he was stoned 99.9% of every time he got on the mic. His stand-up career, maybe I just don't have that kind of humor. I love you, Rob. But the 5-star frog splash, split-legged moonsault, the Van Terminator. There was even at once a Goddaminator, but you know that never made it to TV. The kick in the chair to the face, the innovator of high-flying offense, Rob Van Dam. Dude, he is probably my top 13 wrestlers of all time. But favorite wrestlers, man, I got to put him at least, you know, the Mount Rushmore. Love Rob Van Dam. The gimmick, I loved it. The 420, I just smoked your... Yeah, I loved it. Rob Van Dam was a good dude. He's still wrestling to this day at his age, keeping it up, and also pushing some CBD and things like that. So he's trying to stay alive and still do a little bit of something else on the side. So that's awesome. Love you, RVD. You are one of my heroes. When I backyard wrestled, I actually really looked up to you. All right. What do we got left? We have 2 left. Okay. The man, the myth, Sting. Ah, shit, I did it again. See, that's what happens when I don't have things planned out. I just kind of wing it off of a whim. Because we're going to try and keep this under 20 minutes. But Stinger. Okay, this is the Wolfpack Sting, I guess. Anyways, Sting was my favorite wrestler of all time as a kid. I love Stinger. Watching him, you know, run to the ring with the blonde hair, the happy boy tights, as Scott Hall once said it. You know, and he went in and he saved the day. He was the Rock of Gibraltar. Steve Borden was a all-around good dude. Man, I loved everything about him. He could wrestle, even though he had no wrestling experience prior. He learned the craft very well. I mean, Scorpion Death Drop, yeah, it was a Japanese takeoff of the sharpshooter, whatever. It's just 1 foot different. Not left, but right. But he innovated so many other things with the Death Drop, the Stinger Splash, the bench press body slam. Amazing. And you know what? Even for his age now, which is 60, because he is the exact same age as my dad would be, so he would be 62 or 63 right now, and he is still rocking and rolling. You know, his hairline is like way back here, so the face paint should be way back there, but he's not doing it. He is a Hall of Famer. He's an innovator. He was always the man there, whether it was TNA, WCW, whether it's WWE for that piss-ass stint that they totally raped him on, or even NXT right now. You know, Sting is actually on my crown of kings when it comes to wrestlers and gimmicks, because no matter what gimmick he was given, he did it. You know, good guy, bad guy, heel, face, he did it. And you always loved him, whether he was a good guy or a bad guy. You always loved him. Loved the Stinger. Never can say a bad thing about the man, except for his hairline, and he's still holding on for dear life, even in his old age. Last but not least, well, we've already done a little bit about this, because the passing of one of my heroes, and the man, Scott Hall, the bad guy, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, Coyote, Cowboy Scott Hall. I cannot say enough about this one wrestler. He had everything, total package, for the exception of a world title. He had the gimmick, he had the moves, he had the attitude, he had the look. You couldn't be any better as a wrestler than Scott Hall. He was so amazing. Finishing maneuver, move set, he could work with anybody. His finish, couldn't get everybody over on the finish, because that's a lot of weight to get over your head. However, he would muscle bust some people on that outsider's edge. So Scott Hall, man, you are on my list of top 5 wrestlers. You know, I'm terribly sad to see you go. It broke my heart. But Scott Hall, I mean, with the toothpick, and you just can't beat it, man, with the machismo. So, Scott Hall, you're the last one that we have for this. Suck it. And normally I'd say Vader Saber here. Man Without a Fan is no longer here. So we're going to say that drunk guy and his bullshit opinions. Thanks you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Me going through my my childhood memories and toys of what was in there. And give a like, give an opinion, whether you do, whether you don't, whether you agree or not. This is something different, because I'm not bitching and moaning and complaining about everybody else's stuff that pisses me off. So be well, and we'll see you next time.